Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's class on the referral platform inside Command. If you're joining us live, you will be muted. And we'll kind of open this up towards the end for questions if there are any questions. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm logged into Command, and this is my home screen of Command. If you're not familiar with all of the applications, you do have a referral section over here on the left-hand side. So when I hover, it's going to tell me what applications there are. And right here is the referral platform. So we're going to click into that. Now, the cool thing about the referral platform is that this was actually launched before Command even launched. So this was actually in the My KW section. And let me off. Okay, this was actually in the KW section, and so we actually had this before they even launched Command. So that was what was pretty cool, that we actually had a glimpse of what this was going to look like before we actually had Command. So this is what your homepage, this is what your dashboard of the referral section is going to look like. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over all of the buttons and kind of what this homepage looks like. Okay, so again, right now we're in the dashboard section. Up here at the top, this is what's really going to help you as far as navigating the referral section. So right here, immediately I can see that I have 2 pending invites. Now, that doesn't mean that I have 2 pending referrals. That just means I have 2 people that have requested to be my friends. So think of it like Facebook. Once you have friended them, they are your friend and you are their friend. All right, so underneath that, you can see that my referral network, I have 71 people, I have 71 friends inside of my network, okay? And so to be able to send somebody a referral or for them to send you a referral, you guys have to be friends first. So just kind of think of it like Facebook. To be able to chat with somebody, you need to be able to be their friend first. So I've got 2 pending invites in here, and if I click into those, it's going to show me the invite. So kind of like Facebook, I can accept it or ignore it. And it looks like they have sent us a little bit of verbiage about who they are. And then I can see the time stamp of when this was sent out. So I'm going to go ahead and accept both of these. Okay, so those were our pending inbound invites. So that means somebody requested us to be friends. Over here you have pending outbound invite. So that's if you had sent out an invitation to somebody and they had not accepted yet, that would show up over here, okay? So right now we're in the pending invitations. If I click on my network, it's actually going to show me all of the people, all of my friends that are in my network, okay? And we'll get into that here in a second, but let's go back to the dashboard. All right, we're back in the dashboard. So that was pending invites. Next to that, we have pending referrals. So if anybody has sent you something that you have not accepted, that's going to be in the pending referrals. Now, once it's accepted, it's going to be in the received section. All right, so once you've actually accepted it, it will be in received. And then if you have sent anything out, that will be in this section. Now, one thing I want to point out that's going to be very, very important is that this system is great for you to be able to find somebody, for you to be able to communicate with them and send the referral to whoever you need to send it to, or for you to accept something that somebody chose you to work with. Now, what we need as an office, I still need you to fill out the typical referral paperwork that's accessible in .loop. There's not a section in here to be able to use that paperwork to give it to us as the office. So you're going to have a little bit of double work as far as you still need to fill out the paperwork, you still need to send it off for signatures, and then we need to have it as an office. So that way we can make sure you get paid and to make sure they get paid on the other side. So this is great for finding people to be able to communicate with them, but as an office, I still need you to fill out that referral paperwork. You know, grab it through .loop, send it off for signatures, and make sure the offices have it to be able to pay you guys when that does close. So please keep that in mind. You still need to fill out the paperwork, and it's great to still have that paper trail. So just be thinking about that, okay? All right. So that was the buttons up here. So if I scroll down, you can see that I am in my referral network. Now, once you start to build this number, you can actually search. So if you know of somebody in mind, you can obviously search for them. If you know you get over 100 plus, you're not going to have to scroll to find somebody. But you actually do see a lot of information on this homepage, so it's not like you're going to have to really search hard. So I can see their name immediately. I can see if I've ever worked with them, you know, if you've sent out or you've received something from them. So right now I have just a bunch of zeros. And then next to that, I can see what area do they service, okay? So I can scroll down, I can kind of see the cities and the states, okay? The other cool thing is if, you know, just for in the future, if you know, go through here and there's somebody that you really, really like, I can actually star them and add them to my favorites, okay? So that's an easy way to, once you start to build your network and you have so many people that it's gonna take you forever to have to scroll through these names, I would start to go through here, kind of favorite the people that you think that you would want to work with, and that way you already have like a favorite section you can go to whenever you need it, okay? I can also click on the drop down next to these names, so I can see their about, I can see their phone number, their email address, I can even create notes, okay? So these are private notes, they're not gonna see these notes. And then you're going to see the agent stats, okay? Now keep in mind, this is not going off of their anniversary date. This is just going off of the last 12 months, okay? So it's giving you the last 12 months of transactions or their volume, okay? Referral statistics, this is something new that obviously is coming soon, but they've talked about this. So this is going to be able to give you a glimpse into, you know, if I were to send Adrienne a referral, how quickly is she to respond? How many referrals has she done? So you're going to be able to see like their stats as far as who has used this system and who replies quickly and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So you do have a plus sign right here, so you can add tags. So if you start to use the system and you start sending agents referrals, you can add tags if you want to. I'm not sure what you would add, so I'll get some information on that because that is something that is new. And then next to that, you have the send referral button. So if you choose to work with Adrienne and you want to send her referral, if I click this button, it's going to pop up the referral box. Okay, so let's go over this referral box real quick. All right, so this is the agent I've decided to work with. All right, if I click the drop down, it just allows me to search for somebody else if for some reason I didn't mean to click on her. Okay, that off there. Okay, so underneath that, I need to tell her who is the person that I am working with. So am I working with a buyer? Is it a seller, a tenant, or a landlord? Okay, so let's just say we are working with a buyer. Okay. Here is your referral fee. So right now it's defaulted to 25%. You can move that up and down depending on what you are doing, okay? Acceptance deadline. So this is going to be important for you as far as how long do you want this to sit out there for her to reply before you go pick somebody else. So right now it's defaulted to 24 hours, which I feel like is a good time frame, but if you're on a time crunch, you can obviously lower that to, let's just say, you want a response within 12 hours, okay? Then we've got some just information that will be helpful for Adrienne. So I can put a price minimum in there, the price max. Okay, I can write a note. So I can say, let's say, I don't know, first time home buyer. So you kind of get that part of it. So any notes that would be helpful for her. I can even select a client from my database. So if this is somebody that I know and they should already be in my database, I can actually pull their client information out of my database in Command. So that is going to be a required field. So for today, we will just, I just don't have any real contacts, so I'm just going to add who I have. So we're going to add Cody. We're going to pretend Cody is our client we are referring out. Okay, so it's pulling her information. There is her contact number. So is she pre-approved, pre-qualified? We'll go ahead and say she is pre-approved. Okay, her client's, the client address. So that's where she lives right now. Okay, so it's pulling where does she live right now? What is her desired location? So Going off of this example we're using, I think Adrian is in Hawaii. So Cody is moving to Hawaii. Okay, so we'll just put Hawaii in there. Okay. Client phone number. So the great thing about letting it pull the contact from command is that you're not having to do a bunch of double entry. So it's pulling that, okay, there's Cody's phone number, there's Cody's email. And then we have transaction timeline. So when does Cody want to start, looking, because she is looking in Hawaii. So right now it's defaulting to the tomorrow. So let's say Cody is going to be ready to start looking on May 1st, okay? And then we can send that referral. Now I'm not gonna send this because I don't want Adrian to get this notification. Actually, you know what, I am gonna send it because in the notes, I'm just going to tell her that this is a test that I'm using for training. I want you guys to see on my end what it's gonna look like after I've sent this out. Okay. So I filled out the referral request to Adrian in Hawaii, and we're going to send this off. Let that send. All right, so referral was successfully sent. Now let's go back up here. So now you can see I have one pending referral and one that I have sent off. So this will all update, obviously, if she accepts it, rejects it, and all that. All right, so actually now I can come into track referrals and I should have the one. So enter the agent for this referral. Let's enter Adrian. Click save, type outgoing. It should automatically catch her. Maybe not. Okay, let's get out of that. It's not working the way that I thought it was going to. We'll come back to that. Okay, so that was how do we send a referral out? Now let's say I don't have anybody in my referral network, okay? And I need to go find somebody in a certain area to help my client. So let's go into grow my network. You guys are gonna love this. So it's immediately gonna pull up the map. Okay, now I am gonna have to scroll, I'm gonna have to double click to zoom in, or you can use the plus sign to zoom in, the minus sign to zoom out. Now let's say, you know what, I'm looking for an agent in Chicago. Okay, so I'm going to click on Chicago. Now that's going to be a very broad city because it is a big city. So there's going to be a lot of agents that obviously pop up. Next to where you choose the place that you're looking for, you can kind of filter it out. So right now it's on production. So if I hover over the I, it's going to give you some, examples. So the best way to search for worldwide associates is to choose market center and the drop down. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to choose on market centers. Okay. All right. So now, let's see. Okay. Yeah, good. We're still in Chicago. So let's scroll, or sorry, we're going to double click to zoom in. Okay, so it's giving us market centers. I love this because you're going to be able to find a market center that's closest to the area they're needing to buy in. So previously, before market center was an option, you just had production. And so what would happen is that you'd have all these agents that would pop up all over the map, and it was a little cumbersome. There was no easy way to find an agent that worked in a particular market center that was closest to Chicago. So right now I can already see, okay, based off of this map, this market center right here is the closest to Chicago. So I'm going to click on that. All right, now that's a market center of 235 agents, which seems like a lot. So the best way to kind of navigate this is you're going to have to kind of filter it out. So I've chosen this market center. All right, so if I come to the right, here are my results of the 235 agents. So right now it's sorting them just randomly, okay? But if I click on the drop down next to sort, I can search by first name, last name, closed units, listings, sold, buy sides, and leases. So just for reference, let's say, you know what, I really want to pick somebody that, has really worked with a lot of listings, okay? So let's click on listings sold. Okay, So now we're still at 235, but it's giving us the top people that have the most listings or people that have done the most. So now if I click the arrow next to the profile picture, it's going to give me his stats. So this is Josh. I've got his phone number, email. It's showing me his agent stats. So I've got my closed units, listing sold, buy sides, sales volume, last 12 months, and average deal size. Okay. And really that average deal size, I don't know, how you guys base off of how you pick somebody, but maybe that's what you look for. Depending on the price range for the person that you're referring out, maybe pick an agent that's their average deal size. I don't know. But it's up to you guys. Pick who you would want to work with. Obviously 235 is a lot to filter through. So, just kind of play with this sort, kind of go through here, read their bios. Somebody may jump out to you, so just kind of, you're going to have to play around with this. Obviously Chicago is a very big city, so there's going to be a lot of agents with that city. But if you're in a city that's obviously not going to have a lot of agents, you're going to have to filter through. You'll have an easier time finding somebody. So just keep that in mind. So let's say, you know what, I want to work with Joe Zimmerman. Okay, well, I can't send the referral to Joe until I've added him as a friend. I've sent him a request. So next to Joe's name, I have this button right here. So if I click on that button, it asks me, would you like to send an invitation? So I can add any additional notes to be sent. I'm just going to tell him, hi, Joe. I am doing a training on the referral platform. I am adding you to my network. Okay, and then I'm going to send that invitation. Okay, so now let's go back to my dashboard. Okay, and here's my referral network, and it is loading, but I can already see up here in pending invites, there's that one pending invite that I sent to Joe. Okay, so there's my pending invite, pending outbound invite. There's the agent. Whoops. There is the location he's from, and then there's my note, and then I can even see the timestamp. Okay, and if for some reason I needed to cancel the invitation, I can cancel it if I need to. Okay, let's go back to dashboard. Okay, all right, so, and that was, okay, we just did the new referral. All right, so we're in the dashboard. Let's go ahead and come into my referrals. Okay, so you have two sections in the My Referrals. You have a sent section and a received section. So sent is just like it says, anything that I have sent out or I have referred business out. Received is if you have received a referral from another agent, all right? So I can see all the information on this referral I sent out. So I can see the referral location, the referral information on the agent, and then the notes and updates section is the information on the client I referred out, and that she's a buyer, her name is Cody Hammer, and here is her contact information. Is she pre-approved, pre-qualified? Down here, this is very important. So if I hover over the I, this is the time left for agent to respond. If they don't respond in time, this referral will expire and be archived. So you're going to want to keep an eye on this, especially if you gave it a certain amount of time for the agent to respond. So just keep an eye on that. I can even send her an update if I need to. So I can write a message to, let her know, hey, I'm still waiting on you. Just wanted to see if you received this, whatever that may be. All right, so up here you have three dots. If I click those three dots, I have a view activity log and a send an update again. So you can obviously send her an update if you need to. Okay, I don't have anything in the receive section. And then up here you just have some more filters. So I can look at pending, active, funded. Okay, let's kind of talk about these. So pending, if I hover, it's going to tell me what these mean. So pending means referrals that are waiting responses. Active, referrals that you are working on today. So once something has been accepted, that will be in the active section. And then funded, referrals that are connected to closed opportunities. Now, funded will not function yet because we are not using command compliance yet. So we'll get to that later on. We'll kind of probably wrap around back to this once we start using compliance in Command and the just the transaction piece of that, because this is going to be great because it's going to connect the compliance piece to the referral piece now. So we'll kind of come back to this once we start training you guys on compliance in Command. Okay. Then you have a lost section, an expired section, rejected, and then an all. So right now we just have that one pending invite that we're awaiting her response. Okay. So that was in the My Referral section. And then let's go into map. Again, this is the map section. So this is where I went to go search for somebody. So we'll kind of go into this a little bit more. So let me zoom out and let me take it off of Market Center. So that way you can see what I meant when I said if you're looking at just production, it's gonna look like a lot. So if I zoom into Chicago, you'll kind of see what I mean. They start popping up everywhere. Let me zoom in a little bit more. And they're just everywhere. So that's why they say really good rule of thumb, don't leave it on production. Go ahead and change it to Market Center. So that way you're clicking on Market Centers and then going through their rosters. So it makes it a little bit easier for you guys. Another great filter I like is just My Network. So once you start to build your network and you're really just going off of who's in your network, I'm going to zoom out. You'll be able to just click on My Network and see on the map, who are you connected with, you know, on your map, okay? So based off of My Network, here are all the people I'm connected with in the United States. And obviously, I think I've got somebody in Mexico City, I've got somebody in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, so that's pretty neat, okay? So let me zoom in. So again, I clicked on My Network. So this is showing me all of the people that I'm friends with inside the referral system. So I love this. Okay, so let me see if I've got somebody in a smaller city because I want to show you a really great tool you can use. So let's see. I bet she's in a smaller city. Okay, so let's kind of focus on this area. I'm going to zoom in right here. There's a really great tool in here, so let me show you that. Let me get this off, go back to production. It's going to start popping up a bunch of agents. Let's maybe zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so let's say that you want to focus on the Abilene area. Okay, 73 is a little excessive. So let's say, you know what, I really want to focus on Abilene. I'm going to keep zooming in. Let's keep zooming in. And again, it's going off of this actual picture of the map. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm trying to get my results down to like 20. I want to show you this tool in here. 35, let's zoom in one more time. Okay, we'll go off of 30. So remember, okay, not everybody is using Command right now. We have a good amount of people using Command, but you have to keep in mind, not everybody is in Command every day. Not everybody is actually using Command for their business. So you may pick somebody to send a referral to and you never hear from them. And that's going to get really annoying. So another great tool in Command, and really this is going to be best used for like, I don't know, 50 or below. That's kind of the number I've seen. But let's say, you know, I've got 30 people coming up on my map. I don't really want to look through them. I want to put it in their hands. I want them to let me know they want to work with me, okay? So I've got results. I've got 30 results right here, but I'm not going to go pick somebody. I have an option out here to broadcast this referral out. So let's click on that. All right, so I am going to be sending this referral broadcast to 30 agents, okay? They're not getting any information about my actual client. They're just getting information about the referral. So here is obviously the agent name. I'm going to show my identity. I want them to know who I am. Okay, then here's just the information for the referral. So we're going to say this is going to be a buyer. The referral fee, we're going to leave it at 25%. The acceptance deadline is 24 hours. We'll leave that at that. And then we've got our price min and max. Okay, and then any note. We'll just say, if this is something you would like, please let me know and tell me a little about why you would like to service this referral. So, kind of put it back in their hands, because this is going to capture the people that are actually using command and that are going to work hard for your client. Okay. And then down here, just a little disclaimer: this client information below will be kept completely confidential until you wish to award the referral. So I'm still going to come in here and select my my client that I'm referring out, but nobody is going to get this information until I have accepted the agent that I want to work with. Okay, so not, the 30 results I'm sending this to, they're not getting any client information until we have accepted the agreement and the referral. Okay, but I'm still going to give them all the information. So we've selected the contact, all her information populated from my command contacts. Here is her current address, but she is moving to Abilene. We'll select that. All the information for the client and the transaction timeline. So when does she want to start looking at homes in Abilene? We'll just say May 1st. Okay. And then I would click send broadcast. Now I'm not going to click send broadcast because that's a lot of agents to send a test to, and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to pretend we sent that. And same thing is going to apply. So let me scroll back up here, back into my dashboard. If I would have sent that out to the 30, it would have popped up in pending referrals as just one. So it's not like you're going to get 30 referrals that are pending. It's going to come up as one broadcast referral and all the information with that. Okay, so don't worry about, well, I don't want to send it to 30 people and then have 30 pending referrals I'll have to go through. That's not what it's going to look like. Okay. All right. So that was the map section. And that was if you're wanting to broadcast a referral out, which I really love. But if you want a one-on-one with that, so if you are ever in the situation where you just want to make sure you do it right, let me know so we can do it together. I don't mind doing that. All right, let's come into my network. So this is the last button. So my network is just like what you already have on your dashboard. It's your friends list. It's who you have in your network that you are friends with in the system. Guys, look at this. So Adrian is that test we did earlier, and I can already see that I have one referral with Adrian. So if I click on that now, let's see. Okay, it doesn't give me any referral information, but once we have accepted the terms, that referral would fall under here. Okay, so just a good visual to have. All right. I still have that one pending invitation with Joe. Let's see. Okay. And then obviously I can cancel that out. If for some reason it falls through, I can cancel it and pick somebody else to send the referral out to. Okay. All right, let's come back to dashboard. I'm going to jump on here and see who I have in the Zoom. Let's see. Okay, good. We got Julia and Linda. So I'm going to unmute you guys. And if you have any questions, let's go ahead and kind of just hit it. All right, you guys are unmuted if you have any questions.
Yeah, if we were doing a referral, internally within KW,
yeah,
even if it's local, would we still do it this way?
No, you don't have to.
How would we?
You may have popped in a little bit after I opened it up with just kind of talking about this is a great tool to go find somebody. However, as an office, we still need you to fill out the referral paperwork.
Oh, okay.
That has the broker's signatures on it. We still need that as an office to be able to pay, pay the referrals. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprise! I have a question. I was just looking at the old referral system on kw.com or, mykw.kw.com.
Uh-huh.
Does that connect to this, or do we need to restart
No, it's the same thing. It's kind of weird. It's the same program. They look different though. So just ignore the old one because it's the same thing. So like anybody that I was friends with on the old one, they still pulled over. It just looks a little different over here.
Okay. Okay, good, because I don't like the old one.
Yeah, I didn't either. This has a better look to it. For
yeah, this is way better. Yeah.
Also, Linda, what was I was gonna say something. Let me hold on. Let me think. Oh, I did see in here where eventually once we move to compliance in command, then it will start to communicate with one another that, oh, there was an accepted referral in here with this contact, and this contact is attached to this opportunity. So I think a lot of this is going to start to communicate better once we have moved into compliance in command. However, I still like that paper trail. You know, if for some reason, you know, the internet crashes, you never know. You still have that piece of paper that you agreed to pay, or they agreed to pay you, you know, the referral. So, and it has the broker signatures on it. So maybe, hopefully eventually that paperwork will be accessible on here, but it's just not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice, I guess, once it's accepted, that you could download it as a PDF and then put it in the loop.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so along that line, so at this point, if I already have a referral, let's say with somebody in Boston, I have a signed document. I can't add the document anywhere in here yet. I'm just
not yet, Julie. It's kind of it's gonna act like .loop though. So like, you know, sometimes I know you guys will put your referral paperwork into .loop. Same thing's going to apply as far as when we move to DocuSign, but I think we'll make a placeholder inside of the documents and opportunities, like a referral placeholder, so that way you'll upload referral.
So sorry.
Okay.
You might be at work.
That's okay.
Well, you can tell I'm at home.
Yeah.
I was trying to mute from yours. No wonder. I could see the bottom of your screen, and I was trying to.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
The wrong one. Okay.
That's okay. Do you guys have any other questions, though? I hope that was helpful.
It was awesome.
Good.
Yes.
Good. I love it. Okay. Well, we're gonna end it at here then. Again, this will be posted on our YouTube page, so this is obviously being recorded. So I appreciate you guys being on the call today.
Great. My dog's gonna be recorded.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.